So if you got it, Mark, just let me know the incorrect answers, right? Yes, Merry Christmas, everyone. Danidu, wish you the same, and Merry Christmas to everyone. Yes, Adisha, we are marking the 2015 paper.
Okay, sir.
Just go through it and let me know the incorrect answers, right?
Okay, sir.
Right, Nikini, we are marking the 2015 paper work. So just go through it and let me know the incorrect answers. Right, Kushini, I've got yours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 13, 15, 16, 20, 22, 23, 34, and 36. Okay. Right. And yeah, I'm receiving your things. Hey Shani, I receive yours. 9:23, 31, 36, and 40. Okay. And Danidu, I receive yours. 9, 12, 35, 38. Okay. Leandra, yes, it's 3, 4, 5. Okay. 11. All right. 13. Okay. 24. All right. 35. Okay. 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. All right. Net me 3719 19 2738 2738. Okay, Leandro, I marked yours. Netasa 13 24 33 13 24 33. Okay, and Sayuri is 13 15 28 31 13 15 28 31 and 38. Okay, Adisha is 9 16 24 28 30 31 38 and 40. All right, I think all of you, I think Nikini, I did receive yours. Adisha, Sairi, Natasha, Leandra, Netmi. Ah, yes, I'm receiving Senulya's and Nikki's. Senulya, it's 8, 9, 24, 27, 31, 36, 37, and 39. Okay, 2, 9. Nikini, I received yours. 2, 9, 16, 33, 34, and 39. All right. Yes, we can go for it now. Okay, let me load the paper. Yes, let's clear this thing. All right, here we go. Right. In the second one, which of the following is not potential benefit of a computer network which is connected to the internet? Right. Potential benefit of a computer network which is connected to the internet. Backing up file to a file server in another network connected to the internet. Yes, that is a benefit, right? Because one network, when we are connecting through the internet, so one network will be here. So this is network one, and it is connected with the internet, and the other network is here. So backing up process can be happens from this one to this one, right? So it is a benefit. Reduce risk of viruses and malwares. Now that's a very doubtful one, because when we are connecting with the internet, it means like we have opened a gate, or like there is a path for malwares to reach in our computer network, and we can have these security precautions, but still uh, we are like they have a path to access our network. So most probably that could be the answer. Sharing resources in the network, yeah, that's a benefit. Use of the web, that is also a benefit. Yeah, so the answer should goes with the second one, right? Let me see it from the marking scheme. Yes, it's a second, right? Then the third one, consider the following logic with three inputs, P, Q, and R, and one output of F. The following is observed in this circuit. If any single input is 1, then output F is 0, irrespective of what the remaining inputs are. And if all inputs are 0, then the output F is 1. Yeah. Which of the following is the most likely logic gate configuration for the circuit? Yes. So let's think about the first one. If any single input is 1, then output F is 0, irrespective of what the remaining inputs are. So like if one input is 1 and others are 0, now AND gate is going to give you a 0, right? If there is a single 0, it's going to be a 0, right? So and if all are going to be ones, it's going to be 1. So let's say if single input is 1 here, P is 1. If these are 0 or any of those are 0, this is going to be a 0. And if these two things are ones, it's going to be a 1. These two are 1, it's going to be 1 as the output, right? So if we assume this is the one which is going to indicate as 1 and rest of the things can be changed, it is giving us 2 outputs. Now this says F is always 0 irrespective of the other remaining values, so 1 is not going to be. Let's think about the second one in the same scenario. So if this is 1, let's say if these are zeros, so it's going to give us 1, right? And if this is 1 and rest of the things are 1 as well, still it is giving 1. And still the first condition violates, neither. If any single input is 1, then output F is 0, right? So not the first one or the second one. So it should be from one from third or fourth. So let's give the same scenario for this. They say if any input is 1, any single input is 1. So I'm taking this is 1 as these are zeros. So we know the multiplication will be given as a 1 over here and 0 will be generated here. So if this is 1, P is 1, Q and R is 0. I'm sorry. Q and R's are 1s. Right? Oh my God. I made a mistake. Hold on. My bad. Now this is an AND gate. So it is multiplication, so this is going to produce you a 0, right? And gate can multiply. So it is a 0 and this will produce a 1. And if this is 1, hello baby, good morning. Right, and the others are taken as 1 as well. Now this is going to produce you 1. And this is going to produce you a 0. And that's going to be a problem too, because it says if any single input is 1, then output is 0. So if first, second, third are wrong, so obviously the answer is going to be fourth. Let's say whether it is working, right? So if P is 1, other two are 0, this is going to give you 1, and this is going to give you 0. And if in the blue color, if P is 1, other two are 1 as well, still you are going to receive 1, and you are going to receive a 0 here. So first condition is okay. And it says if all the inputs are 0, then the output F is 1. Yeah, so it's going to be in if all the inputs are 0. If all three things are 0, this is going to give you a 0, and here it's going to give you a 1. Right, so it's the fourth one, which is got it? Terunada? Right, great. So if you got any questions regarding this, you can ask, right? Okay, moving forward. So the fourth one. To qualify in an examination, candidates have to pass one compulsory subject, S1, and one of the three optional subjects, S2, S3, and S4. Which of the following Boolean expression correctly represent this scenario? So now, if you think about the passing the exam, what they have to do is one compulsory subject. So that is a must. S1 is a must. And look at the word that they have used, and then it says one of the three optional subject. So it should be S1 and something from these three. So those are like S2, S3, and S4. So S2, O, S3, O, S4. It's going to be neither. Let me write it in a bigger manner. So S1 and S2O, S3O, S4. That's the requirement, right? So we are just converting that thing into a very simple expression. So it says with S1 is compulsory, that is must, and one of the other three. And one of the other three is a must. තුනෙන් එකක් කොහොම හරි තෝරගන්න. තුනෙන් එකක් කියන එක ආවම S2 or S3 or S4. So මේ තුන් දෙනාගෙන් එක්කෙනෙක්. And S1. So that gives you the answer, the second one. Right? So for 4, it's the second. Yes. Got it? People who have got that wrong, are you clear with this now? Right. Okay. Right. So moving forward, the fifth one, which of the following octal number is equivalent to the decimal 79? So that is comparatively simple. An octal is converted to the decimal 79. So like, hold on, the other way around. 79 decimal should be converted into the octal, so it is easy. So what you have to do is take the 79 divided by 8 because it is an decimal value. So this has 9, 72 and 7 is remaining. And then you can divide it by 8 again since 9 is not less than 8. So 1 and 1 is remaining. So your answer is going to be 117. Going from top to bottom. So it's going to be the first one. 117 in octal. Okay. Right. So the seventh one, which of the following decimal number is equivalent to the binary number 110111? Ah, people, you have done some silly mistakes, right? What I'm going to do, how it's going to be, which of the following decimal numbers is equivalent to a binary number 110111? So 110111. So the place values are going to be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. Right? So we are going to add which things? We are going to add these place values together because over 8 you are having a 0. So you are going to do 32 into 1 plus 16 into 1 plus 4 into 1 plus 2 into 1 plus 1 into 1. So that is why I am just surrounding these things. එකෙන් ගුණ කරාම එකමනේ එන්නේ. So place values ටික එකතු කරාම හරි. Only for binaries this is right. අනිත් වෙලාවල් වලදී ඔයගොල්ලෝ place value should be multiplied with the specific symbol value. මෙතන එක තියෙන නිසා අපි place values ටික විතරක් එකතු කරනවා. Right, so this is going to give you 63 minus 8, 55. Yeah, so this is the one which you are going to get the answer for the 7th. So 55 in decimal, right? 32 plus 16, 48, 48 plus 4, 52, 52 plus 3, 55. Right. Got it, people? Is it clear so far? Let me have the confirmation. Right, great. So I'm moving to the next page. Question number 8. Oh, yes. Yeah. Now we have the experience about these kind of questions now. Which of the following represent the ascending order of the 4 numbers? Yeah. So we have to clarify how these things going to work. So directly we won't be able to recognize what it is, and since this decimal value is a huge number, we will be able to got something out of it. But regarding the other 3, we have to clarify, right? 46,687 kilo. So it's a huge number, right? If you convert this into a binary, it will be a very big one, right? So yes, we can assume, we can have that idea that 46,687 should become at last. So either 1 or 3, right? Let's see. So I'm going to quickly convert the binary value, which is 1,000,111,1, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to convert this into the binary, and again the place values 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128. Now you can realize what we have to add is these things together, because 16 has a 0, 32 has a 0, and 16 has I'm sorry, 64 has a 0, 32 has a 0, and a 16 has a 0. Right, so 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 15, so it's 128 plus 15, so it's 443, it says in decimal. Right, so let's see what happens with the 170. So 170, this is octa, so I'm converting this into the decimals, so it's going to be 1, a to the power 0, this is a to the power 1, and this is a to the power 2. So that means 1, 8, and 64. So now what we are going to do is 64 into 1 plus 8 into 7 plus 1 into 0. So that means 64 plus 56. Right? So 64 plus 56 is going to give you, yes, 120, right? So this is 120. So definitely, since it is in the ascending order, binary value should come after the octal value. So in the first answer, binary value is there, octal binary value is after the octal value, which is correct. And in here as well, binary value is after the octal value in the third answer. And in the second one, binary value is first, so it is wrong anyway. In the fourth one, again, it's there. So we have to go with the hexadecimal one, no option, 2f16. So this is 16 to the power 1, this is 16, sorry, 16 was 0, this is 16 to the power 1. So that means 16 into 2 plus 1 into f means 15. So this gives you 32 plus 15, which is going to be something 47. So it is the smallest one. So your answer is going to be this, the third one. Is it the third one, the answer? We are doing the question number 8. Yes, it's the third one, the answer. Right, so people, we don't have a lot of options when we come to something like this. We have to do the calculations and see. Right, so for that, you should be very keen about doing these things. Right, so moving to the ninth one. Which of the file or files given in table number 1 could be stored in USB storage device having a total capacity of 4 GB, so that a least amount of unused space is left on the device? Okay, so we are trying to figure out the least amount of like what are the maximum number of files that we can put inside the this pen drive. So that's how we are going to manage the least amount, right? So the documents are like 300 MB, 740 MB, and 3 GB. So it says 4 GB. And right? So we can put 300 MB, 740 MB. So together they are going to perform how many? 1040 MBs. So if we take it in gigabytes, it's going to be like how many? 1 GB, that is 1024, and 16 MB, right? So if these two are put inside, definitely we won't be able to put the 3 GB one because 16 MB is short, right? So the apatayana pramana, the unused space will be very big, like something very near to 3 GB. So we have to put the 3 GB, right? So only 1 GB left, and that from that 1 GB, we are going to select the 740 MB into it. So there is like another something very near to 300 MB is left, but not 300 MB, right? හරියටම කිව්වොත් 300 MB වලට වඩා 16ක් 16 MB අඩුවෙන් තමයි උතන්ට එන්නේ, right? So what you can say is, you can say B and C as the answers, because you don't have any room to put A, and they are asking us to like store the things to have a least amount of unused space. So if we have 3 GB and 300, the amount which is been unused will be like something very near to 740, right? And since because of that we are getting 3 GB and 740 into it, so our unused space will be something very near to 300 MB, right? So it's going to be the second one for 9th. Yeah, it's the second one. Okay, so then the 11th, people, I just got this in my mind, and I was telling you like we have to go through the theory parts of the HTML and the other thing. නේද? කමක් නෑ, අපි first MCQ paper එක කතා කරලා ඉවර කරලා එතනට යමු. No problem. Right. So then the 11th question, the following label activities from A to H are included in the system development life cycle. Yeah, so they are asking what kind of things. Now here people, there is something like out of your syllabus, which is feasibility study, but feasibility study is the only thing which is not in your syllabus. So other things are there in your syllabus, so you will be able to like what to order the things. So feasibility study will take place, right? So let's say how it's going to be. Yeah, මේ paper එකේ නම් ලකුණු කරලාම තියෙනවා, right? Problem definition, yeah, it's going to be the very first one. Yes, problem definition is going to be the first, so E comes first. Then the yeah, basically it's going to be the feasibility study, the B. So api B එක දැනට disregard කරොත්, so after system analysis, sorry, after a problem definition, we can go for the system analysis, that means F, and then we can go for the system designing, which is G, and we can go for the system implementation, right? That means the coding and all these things, like C. And then you can say system testing, which is H. And then you can go for the system hold on, I missed the development. Implementation and development should be fixed, man. The deployment wage එක කියුවේ. So instead of C over here, it should be A. So I'm going again. Problem definition should come first, then the system analysis according to your book, then system designing, the planning part, then system development, then system testing, then we can say system implementation, which is C after H, then system maintenance, which is D. So even though we don't know about the feasibility study, others should be on this particular order. So E වලින් පටන් ගන්න එක උත්තරයයි, which is the third one. So you can see B is taken as the second step of the system development lifecycle, right? So it's the third one, which is the correct answer for. So the 11th, it's a third. Yeah. Yeah, and the 12th, I just saw there are two answers in the marking scheme. Let's see. To access the internet from a home. So they ask in which of the above statement are correct at last. So to access the internet from a home, an internet service provider is needed. Yes, because we need an internet service provider like SLT or Dialog or Mobitel or someone to be there to give us the facility, or in other words, the hardware facility as well as the signal and the infrastructure facility. Otherwise, we won't be able to connect with the internet. So it is true. So this is correct. A should be in your answer. Uh, every server computer on the internet should have a unique address. Yeah. Yes. So like otherwise, people will be in trouble if their IP addresses are changing, right? And it should be a unique one. Maybe Google එකට තියෙන IP එක Instagram වලට තිබ්බොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? There will be a problem. Domain name system එක ගැටලුවකට එනවා. Uh, which website that they are going to provide to the user. මොකද ඒක දැන් user google.com කියලා type කරාම Google එකටයි Instagram එකටයි දෙකටම එකම IP address එක නම් තියෙන්නේ. DNS server එකට බෑ browser එකට inform කරන්න to which web server that you are going to go for, right? ඒක හරියට අර නේද? මම කතා කරලා ඔයගලන්ට කිව්වොත් සමන්ට එන්න කියලා සමන් කියන නම් දෙකක් තියෙන කියන්නේ සමන් කියන නම දෙන්නෙක්ට තිබුණොත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මගෙන් අහනවා නේද මොන සමන්ටද එන්න කියන්නේ කියලා. But it cannot be happen in the internet, right? So it should be a unique address. So every server computer on the internet should have a unique address, which is a correct one. So A and B should be in your answer. And it says any file can be attached to an email if it does not exceed the maximum file size that is allowed to be attached to an email. Any file can be attached to an email if it does not exceed the maximum file size that is allowed to be attached in an email. Yeah. Now this is going to be an incorrect one. It is because you can't attach the exe files with an email, right? They are not allowing you to do that. So because they suspect it as a virus, exe file එකක් දැම්මම ඒක virus එකක් කියලා තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ හිතන්නේ. So it is not allowing us to put such file extensions as an email attachment. So the correct answer, the very correct answer should be A and B. And they have gone with the first one and the fourth one as well. I don't know why. So the most appropriate one is 1, right? Even it says 4 is correct still, but most appropriate one will be the 1, the first answer. All right, moving to the 13th, consider the following file name extension: ODT, DOCX, DOC, and RTF. So they're asking what are the word processing softwares. Everything is going to be word processing softwares like extensions. ODT is stand for Open Document Text, right? ODT means Open Document Text. And DOCX, we know it's the word extension, and DOC it's the older extension of the word, and RTF is stand for rich type, a rich text format. Right. And let me confirm that ODT කියන එකේ මට පොඩි ගැටලුවක් තියෙනවා. Open document type, the open document format කියන එක. Yeah, Danindu, yeah, wait, I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, it says open document text. So this is generated from the the open source, like the open office type of word document, like the word processing softwares, right? uh, which is illustrated in your book as well, right? So it is regarding the open office writer and RTF format, the rich text format. See, it says rich text format. It is, and it's a universal document file format and is easily read by many of the word processing packages. So, Danidu, that's the answer for your question. So we can save any kind of, even we can type it on a notepad and we can save it as RTF. So RTF will be able to read by many different kinds of word processing softwares. Right? Universal type, right? It's a universal document file format. Universal කියවම හැම එකකින්ම පුළුවන් කියලා කියන්න බෑ. Like most of the word processing softwares will be able to read that. That is what you call rich text format. Right, Danidu, is that okay? Right, people, just a second. What you are asking is correct. ODT format will not be open. No, it's like this. Sometimes ODT format supports. It's not the actually I have to check that, Danidu. සමහර වෙලාවට පුළුවන් මම සැරයක් විසරයක් එහෙම try කරලා තියෙනවා. මොකද දැන් like it's not regarding the what we call ODT format. The things that I have done in GIM, which is the graphic designing software, I have opened those things in Photoshop. And which is done by the Photoshop, I also open those things in the GIM. So open whenever, but there can be there will be some differences, some changes may have happened, right? Okay, so for the 13th one, it's going to be the fourth one, the answer, right? So 15th, then you have asked, which of the following icon in word processing software can be used to search for text in a document? So search, yeah, definitely it's this, the binoculars, right? So that's the search in icon, the fourth one, right? Okay, people, just confirm me how so far. Do you got any problem? Is it clear? Just confirm me whether it is clear or not. Right, okay. How about others? Right, okay. Okay. Right, so moving forward, yeah, after 15, it's 16 that you have asked. Yeah, here it is. Consider the following sentence related to the presentation software. They're asking what are the correct ones. Slide transition are the visual movement as one slide change to another, which is correct. We have talked about slide transition in many times, right? So when it is changing from one slide to the next slide, it is about the slide transition. So ඒක නේද පිටුවක් හැරවෙනවා වගේ කරන්නේ නැත්නම් නේද කොටු කොටු වැටිලා ඊළඟට එනවා නැත්නම් හැරිලා එනවා ඔළුවේ පෙරලෙනවා වගේ දේවල් කරන්නේ. But it's the slide transition. So it is talking about the one slide, the animation that used to change from one slide to another, right? Animations are visual effects applied in individual items on a slide. It is correct again. So like animation means it's not the transition. Transition is also an animation type, but we clearly have animations and transitions. Like if I refresh your knowledge, let me have the PowerPoint right over here. Yeah. So now if I take some more slides over here, right, and if I put an object, right, so this particular object can have animations, right? So like yeah, something like this. And from this to this, I'm going to put another object right over here. Right? And I'm going to the transition and I'm saying, okay, I'm giving something like this, the curtains. So these are going to be slide transitions. So if I play the PowerPoint, so this is regarding the slide transition. So then I'm touched it. So my animation has happened to this square. So here I am changing to the next slide. And I don't have any animation on the circle. So I'm changing to my next slide. So then it will end. Right, so that's the difference between the animation and the slide transition. So the curtain was slide transition. The object or the animation that I have put to the square, it's the animation. So those are considered as an object, right? And the C part says voice recording can be recorded and include in a presentation. Yes, you can, right? If you go to insert, you can have the media. So you can put an audio and it is given you the recording audio on this particular place, or you can record it earlier and put it over here as a separate file, or you can insert an audio in your PC, right? So it will play accordingly. So everything is correct. So the answer is going to be the fourth one, right? So for the 16th, yeah, it is the fourth one. Right. Then 19, the formula 2 exponential 5 plus 16 is entered into this cell in spreadsheet. What value will be value will be displayed in the cell. So this particular symbol is indicating the exponential, right? So it's 2 to the power 5. So like 2 to the power 5 means 32. So from exponential and plus, exponential happens first. 2 to the power 5 is 32. 32 plus 16 will give you 48. So the fourth one will be the answer for the 19th, right? 2 to the power 5 is 32 plus 16 will give you 48. Right, so for the 19th, it's the fourth one. Let me see the answer. Yeah, it's the fourth one. And the 20th, consider the following HTML statement. So here they have used DL, that means definition list. And coffee is going to be DT, so coffee is going to be somewhere as a title, definition title. And definition description or definition data is hot drink. So hot drink is going to be something like this. It is a little bit intended. Then again, milk is DT, so it's going to be the same alignment as coffee. And definition data is going to be something like this. So it illustrates clearly from the second answer, right? So coffee, hot drink, milk, cold drink. So hot drink and cold drink are indented a little bit when it comes to the definition list. All right, then 22nd. Oh, which of the following HTML tag combination allowed to add a row in a table? So to insert a row, we know table row is being used, which is the TR, so which is a very simple one, right? Row ekak danawa nam, it's the TR that we are using. TD is for table data, so that is for one single data. So what happens when we use a TR? It will create a row. Then if you use a TD, one single TD, it will be all over the row. If you use two TDs, this will be divided into two. If you use four TDs, this will divide into four. That should happen inside the single couple of TRs. TR දෙකක් මැද්දේ තියෙන TDs ගාන අනුව තමයි මේ sales ගාන තීරණය වෙන්නේ. Right? So the one which is decided to have a table row is the TR, right? So it's the 22nd. You are having first one as the answer. So 22nd, yeah, it's the first one, the answer. Right, people, confirm whether it is clear up to this point. Right. Okay. Right, so going forward, after 22nd, 23rd will be there. Yeah, 23rd, how it is. Yeah, which of the following HTML tag combination is used to display a numbered list? Oh, a numbered list means what? An ordered list. So 1, 2, 3 kilowatt numbered list. So numbered list means according to the HTML, it's going to be an ordered list. So ordered list is indicated by OL. Right? Unordered list is indicated by UL. Definition list is indicated by DL. LI is used for list item, which we can be used inside the ordered list as well as unordered list. Right, so the answer for the 23rd, it should be the first one. Right, 24th. Consider the following assignment statement in a program segment which are executed in the given order. Consider the following assignment statement in a program segment which are executed in the given order. Okay. Content of the day and today after execution of the above three statements are respectively. Yes, let's see. So if this is a code segment, we are going to use the hand trace. So first one, it says day equals 14. That means day, there will be a variable called day and it is having 14. And then it says today equals 18. So today there will be another variable and its value is 18. And it says day equals today. That means assign today into the day. So that means the value of today will be assigned to the day. So 14 will be cancelled. It's going to be 18, right? So your answer is going to be 18, 18, which is the fourth one. Today is assigned into the day. So they are asking what are the values for today, for day and today. So both are going to be 18, 18, 18. So 24th is having 4 as the answer. Right? Always remember when you are assigning things, the right hand side component will be assigned to the left hand side variable. Right? That is what you need to remember. All right, moving forward. So after the 24th, it's 27. Let's see the 27. Which of the following field names in an example for a foreign key? So it is regarding the above tables. So in the first table, you are having in the book table, book ID, book name, quantity, and unit price. And publisher table, publisher ID, publisher name, publish ID or publisher phone kind of things. And book publisher table, you have book ID and publisher ID. So if you consider book ID as the primary key of the book table and publisher ID as the primary key of the publisher table, and that particular tables do not have any other primary keys into that. That means you can't find publisher ID in the book table and book ID in the publisher table. So there are no foreign keys in book table and publisher table. So in that case, we have to go to the third table, which is the book publisher. So together, book ID and publisher ID will produce a primary key. But when you are taking it separately, if you take book ID separately, it is acting as a primary key in the book table. So this is a foreign key alone. And publisher ID in the very same way going to be a foreign key alone. So in your answers, it says book name in book table. No, it's not going to be a foreign key. Wrong. Book ID in book publisher table, which is going to be a correct one. Publisher phone in publisher table? No. Publisher name in publisher table? No again. Always remember, a foreign key can be constructed with the help of a primary key. So a primary key of one table can be a foreign key in another table, right? So the correct answer is the second answer, right? So that is the answer for the 27th. Suzu,
I'm so scared.
why are you so scared?
Can you do my hair like what you've been doing, please? Come, let's do my
What?
hair.
You gotta play with me.
No, no.
That is in the class name.
Clips and some yamens.
Right. So in 28, which tool is the most appropriate to draw the rabbit in the above figure 1? Okay. So they are talking about the rabbit. All right. So rabbit is over here. And they have pointed it as P, which is the crop tool. T, that is a shape tool. And people, this is not the GIMP toolbar, this is the Photoshop toolbox, right? And R is the magic wand, S is the pencil, Q is the pen bucket. So From those, SC is going to be the most appropriate one because it is the only thing that we can draw. Pen bucket will color the things. Shapes will like draw the shapes. T is the shapes. And P is the crop. R is the magic wand or the fuzzy tool. And Q is paint bucket. So pencil is the one which can use to draw the rabbit. So for 28, yeah, the fourth one is the answer. And 30th, which of the following tool is used in an image editing software to select an irregularly shaped area of an image? Irregularly shaped area means irregular shape, right? So first one is the eraser. We can't use that to choose an irregular shape. The answer should be the second one, the lasso tool, right? It is to select like this. So the second one going to be the answer. Third one is the shape tool. It's a rectangle that you can draw a rectangle. And fourth one is the clone stamp tool, right? So the clone tool or the stamp tool, so which is helping us to clone something. We use the fourth one. So the correct answer is the second one. For the 30th, it's going to be the second one. Yes. Right. Okay, moving to the 31st. An image having size of 1 inch and 1 inch with resolution of 72 ppi, right? That means pixels per inch would consist of how many pixels that they are saying. So 72 pixels per inch. Now this ppi is given. Once the ppi is given, your ppi describes this. 72 pixels per inch means for this side you are having 72 pixels, and for this side you are having 72 pixels. Right? So if it asks how many pixels it consists, it's 72 into 72. So it goes with 5184. So the 31 answer is 4. Right? So remember, so the number of pixels or like the amount of the pixels are going to clarify by the ppi amount into ppi amount. Right? So it's a matrix which has 72 horizontally pixels and 72 vertical pixels. So 72 into 72. Right? So it's going to be 5184. Don't get deceived by the PPI. Then සමහරලාට මේක කියවුවා මටත් වැරදිලා තියෙනවා. 72 pixels per inch කියලා කිව්වම අපි හිතනවා වර්ග අඟලක තියෙන pixel ගාන කියලා. But it says 72 pixels per inch. අඟලකට තියෙන ඕන pixels ගාන. එතකොට මේ පැත්ත තමයි එක අඟලක් වෙන්නේ. එතකොට 1 by 1 කොටුවක් කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? 72 into this side and 72 into this side. So වර්ග අංගලක 72 into 72 pixels are there. Right? So 72 it says 72 ppi, pixels per inch, not pixels per square inch. එම කියලා නෑ. අංගලක තියෙන pixels ගන්න. So වර්ග අංගලක නම් 1 into 1 inch නම් 72 into 72 නේද? මේ අංගලෙ 72ක් තියෙනවා. මේ අංගලෙ 72ක් තියෙනවා. So ඒ වගේ කොටුවක් අරගත්තොත් 72 into 72 pixels will be there. Right, people, just give me the confirmation. Is it clear so far? Do you got any questions? You can ask. Right. So moving forward to the 33rd question, which of the following are appropriate measures in protecting a computer from a virus infection? Yes. Paying greater attention to email attachment received. Yes, you have to, because email attachment can consist of malicious software. So, and spam emails will be there. So you don't need to open those things, and you can delete those things if you don't know who is the sender. So it is correct. Taking care in the use of external storage devices. Yes, correct again, because when we using the external storage devices, it's better we scan it and use it. And if you can just if you can minimize the usage of the external storage, it will protect your computer much more clearer, right? Right, and in C it says disabling the use of macro facility in software. Yeah, now this is a little bit out of your syllabus. So macro facilities are the things which executes by itself. So it has the behavior of a virus, but it's not a virus actually. But macro facility කියන එක අපිට උවමනයි වැඩ කරගෙන යන්න, right, when it comes to the advanced work. But macros තියෙන එකෙන් virus එකක් තිබුණොත් එයාවත් execute වීමේ අවදානමක් තියෙනවා. There's a risk, right? So in that case මෙයා එච්චරම හොඳ answer එකක් නෙවෙයි. So ඒක 50-50, right? So either A and B or ABC all you can take. Right, so for the 33rd, how is the answer? Yeah, they say it's 4, but you can go for the first one as well, right? Okay, so then 34th, which of the following are useful to consider when purchasing a computer? Yeah, this is simple. Brand reputation of the computer, yes, we get to see it. Balone HP, the Dell, the Lenovo, the if you don't know about the brand, we are not very much into that thing, right? Vendor's reputation, yes, seller's reputation. It's better you get to know neither. ඒක sell කරන්න යාට වගකීමක් තියෙන කෙනෙක්ට, right? දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ Singer, Abans, Softlogic වගේ organization එකකින් purchase කරනකොට you have that confidence that they will give you the service that you need, and you can go for those things. And ඔයා randomly choice කරොත් එක සමහරලාට ඒ shop එක අද තිබිලා හෙට වහන්න පුළුවන්, right? We don't know, but there are like things like දැන් අපි Unity Plaza එකට ගියොත් අපි නිතරම කතා බහ වෙන shops කීපයක් තියෙනවා. Barclays, Texons, Winsoft, right? When it comes to the Unity Plaza, it's a reliable place in most of the shops, right? නමුත් සමහර තැන්වල තියෙන shops තියෙනවා සමහර වෙලාවට they don't have that much of reputation, right? So vendor's reputation matters, so it is correct. Warranty period of the computer, yeah, it matters anyway, right? So ABC all, the fourth one is going to be your answer for the 34th. So in the answer sheet, yes, it's the fourth one that they have given. Yeah, 35th. Which of the following pseudocode segment is equivalent to the logic of given flowchart segment? Okay. So if you look into this clearly, it's going to be a selection, and all in your answers, they are just talking about selections, no iterations. So they are talking about if and else. So let's see. So first one comes, it's asking A larger than 25. In the true side, it says do P. That means you should have if, then the condition A larger than 25, correct? Then keyword should be there. So A larger than 25 should be there. So the first one can be taken as a correct answer. Second one we can't, because the condition is wrong. So it is wrong. and third and fourth, still the conditions are correct. So in the correct path or the true path, the yes path, it says do P. So this has do P, this has do, so this one is gone. This has do P and this has do P, right? And in the else path, in the false path of the first condition, it faced with another condition. So on the false path, if you find a condition, that means else if. So else should be there, everywhere the else is there, and if is there. And the condition is going to be b less than 10. So inside it you should find do q. So b less than 10 is found here and do q found here. B less than 10 found here, which is correct, but do r found here, which is wrong. B larger than 10 found here, and it says do r, and this is not very much correct one. මොකද මේක අනිත් පැත්ත ගහනවා නම් do b larger than or equal to 10. So in that case, this is wrong again. So yeah, we are left with the first one then. So the first one is going to be your answer. So it's else is having do r and end if that. So this end if is belongs to this, and this end if is belongs to this. So the first one is going to be your answer, right? So the answer script says 35. Yeah, it's the first one is the answer. Right, moving to the 36th. Marks for 10 subjects of the student are stored in array marks. Okay, it's an array with the index ranging from 1 to 10. Okay, so the index is ranging, have the index, array is having the index from 1 to 10. A pseudocode to calculate the average mark with 3 labels of PQR is given below. Yeah, they're asking what are the values for PQR. So the nature of the array is something like this. So it is having 10 boxes. Right. And it is starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's how the indexes are gone. So you know, to refer a value inside this, we have to refer the index with the array name. So array name is marks. So if you need to refer the value of the first index, you have to say marks within square bracket 1. If you want to refer to the second value inside here, you have to say marks 2, likewise, right? So the purpose of this pseudocode is taking the total, calculating the average of the items which are inside this. Leandra, there is no rule that an array should start from a 0 though. Array can have the indexes in any range, like then api Pascal වල අපි array එකක් define කරනකොට නේද අපි අර කොටු වරහන විතර දානවනේ නේද. If we say it like 3.5, your array is going to be 3, 4, 5. There will be an array and first index is 3, next is 4, next is 5, likewise, right? So what you are saying is correct generally, right? But it is not a must. Got it, Leandra? Okay, right. Right, so to have the average of the components which stays inside the array, first they have to add up these 10 values, which indicates by blue dots, and then you have to divide it by 10 to calculate the average, right? So then at the beginning, they have a variable called total mark. So this, since this is beginning, this is going to be a 0 because you don't have anything as a total. and they have used a for loop for I equals 1 to 10. So that means I will differ from 1 to 10 per iteration. So in the first iteration, I is 1. In the second iteration, I will be 2. And it says begin, and it has this equation: total marks equals total marks plus marks something, and here we find the square brackets. So total marks is 0 for the moment. So the first thing that we have to do is make it a palaveni item. So Q is going to be the marks 1 for the very first time, but we can't hard code it. There should be a variable which indicates 1 and change accordingly, right? So මෙතනදී මේ program එකේ අපිට 1 කියලා variable එකක් තියෙන දැනට I ගාව. I is the one who is containing 1. So instead of 1 we can have I inside the brackets, square brackets, right? So for the in the first iteration it will be mark 1. So I will be increased in the next iteration, so I will become 2. So then when it comes to the second iteration, marks I will indicate marks 2. So likewise, the total marks will get added with all the values inside the array, right? So after ending the for loop, so the end happens over here after iterating this for a 10 times. Then it says average mark equals total marks, which is generated or like which is assigned to this particular value at the very end of the for loop, will be divided by R. So R anyway is going to be 10 because we are finding the average of 10 numbers, right? So P will become 0, Q will become I, R will become 10. So 0, I, and 10. So the correct answer is the second one. Did you got this, people? Just confirm. Baby, Tati is going to finish the class very soon, right? Then Tati will come, huh? Okay. Right. Right. Okay. So people moving from, so let's check the answer for the 36. Yes, it's the second one. So I'm moving to the 37th. How many times will the following while loop execute? Spelling right? So let's hand trace and see. So count. Count is going to be 9 at the beginning, and it says then, so from the very first line count is given with value 9. And do you want to write, baby? Yes. Wait, that will give you a bit. What? Okay, so you can write. Thank you. So it says while count larger than or equal 3. So count is 9. It is larger than or equal 3, and it says, so we can go inside the while because the condition is true. This is true. It says count equals count minus 2. So reduce count by 2. So 9 will become 7. So one iteration happens, right? So from here to here, first iteration happens. So then they check the count again. So it is 7. 7 is larger than or equal 3 still. So it is true. So it is less than by 2. So it is 5. And it's the second iteration. And goes and checks the condition again. 5 is larger than or equal 3. Yes, it is still true. So 5 will become 3, reducing 2. So it will be the third iteration. So goes and checks again whether 3 is larger than or equals 3. It is not larger than, but still it is equals. So still it is true. So 3 will be reduced by 2 again. So which is going to give you 1. So it is the fourth iteration. Then it goes and check So which is wrong now? 1 is not larger than, not equal. So this will becomes false. Then it stops. So you have iterated it for 4 times. So the second one is the correct answer. So the 37th, you have second one as the answer. Yes. So let's quickly move to the 38th one. So people just confirm whether it is correct, whether you have got that. Right, great. So in 38, it says, consider the following pseudocode segment. Okay, what is the output of the following pseudocode segment? All right, so we have to hand trace it again. Let's quickly hand trace it. So at the very first, it says odd total. So odd total will be there. So it is 0. And count is there in the second line. It is 0 again. And current odd equals to 1. So current odd is assigned to 1. And it says, so the first one, second one, third line is okay. So we find a while count less than or equal 3. So count is less than 3. It is 0 for the moment. Odd total equals odd total plus current odd. So odd total is 0 for the moment. Add in the current odd, that will be 1. So odd total become 1. And current odd says current odd equals current odd plus 2. So current odd is 1. It is given another 2. So it will become 3. And count equals count plus 1. So count will become 1, increased by 1. And it is just before the end while statement, count equals count plus 1. So when it reach here, then it goes back and check the condition. Count less than or equal 3. Yes, still it is less than or equal 3. So same happens. Odd total is add with the current odd. Odd total is 1, current odd is 3. So altogether it's going to be 4. Current odd is increased by 2, it says. So 3 will become 5. And count is increased by 1. So 1 will become 2. Checks again. Count is still less than or equals 3. So happens again. Odd total adds with current odd. 4 plus 5, it will become 9. Current odd will increase by 2. So 5 will become 7. Count is increased by 1. 2 will become 3. Checks again. Count is less than or equals 3. It is not less than, but still it is equals. So goes again. Current odd is equals to the odd total. 9 plus 7 is 16. Odd is increased by 2. That will become 9. Count will increase by 1. That will become 4. And goes again and checks the condition. Now this is false because it is not less than, not equals. So one enviles and prints the odd total. Odd total means this. It is 16. So 16 is your answer. Right? So for 38, second one will be your answer. Right. So we only left with 2 questions. Let's run through that very quickly. I hope you can stay. Consider the following pseudocode segment. If average mark larger than 50, then, so they are asking about which of the following is equivalent to the logic in the above pseudocode. Yeah. So you can see there is a if condition, and you know when it is true, it comes over here, right? Condition is true, it comes to the next line. So next line you are finding another if condition. So that means one if condition is in another if condition. So if both are correct, so if this is true, you are going to come right over here. මෙයත් හරි ගිහිලා මෙයත් හරි යන්න ඕනේ scholarship එක true වෙන්න. So that means both the conditions should be correct. So when we map this into one single statement, we are going to use the and keyword, because when we use the and keyword, both the conditions stays besides the and should be true to go inside it, right? So average mark larger than 50 and fail subject equals 0. So it must bind with the and. Then you can say scholarship is true. So the first one is the correct answer. So the second one, it is wrong because of the O keyword. And here this is wrong because you are missing a single statement, and here it is missing a single statement again, and else's are being involved. So because of that, it is wrong. So always remember, එක if එකක් ඉවර වෙනාම තව if එකක් හම්බෙනවා නම් එයත් ඉවර වුණාම දෙයක් නම් කියලා තියෙන්නේ. So that means the bigger if, the upper if must be true, then the next if must be true to come inside. Right? So both should be true. So the first answer will be the correct answer. Last one, consider the while loop and the repeat until loops given below. What are the values of count A and count B after completion the execution of while and repeat until loops respectively? Yeah. So we have to compare. So count A. Let's go with 1 first. So count A is there. So its value is 1. So it says while count A less than or equals 10. So that is true. It says count A plus 2. So this will become 3. Since it is the only statement there, so once we check this, we'll go and check the condition again. So count A is less than or equals 10. It is true. So it will become 5 again. So count A will add it with 2. And still condition is true. Going back and check. So less than or equal 10. So this will increase by 2 again. So it was 7. Still the condition is true. Less than or equals 10. So it is increased by 2, 9. Still the condition is correct. So it is less than or equal 10. And it is increased by 2 again. So it will become 11. So 11, once the 11 happens over here, so it goes back and check. Now it is false. It is not less than, not equal. So it ends while. So it has what are the values of count A and count B? So count A must contain 11. So this answer is cancelled. This answer is cancelled. So either third and fourth. Let's quickly go through the count B in repeat until. So in the start, count B is 1. It says repeat. Count B equals count B plus 2. So B will become 3. And it says count B less than or equal 10. 3 is less than or equal 10. So you know in repeat until question, in repeat until loop, this should be false. This condition should be false to iterate. So when it says 3 is less than or equal 10, it is true. So it will not iterate. It will exit at once. So having 3 for the count B. But we can't find 3 for count B over here. So that is why the very last one, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, everything is correct. So that is why it is given all correct. This is the problem. So it should exit, make a condition like a true nisa, but it is not. Right. So for 40, you are getting all correct. So people, we are done with the first paper of the 2014-15, right? So we are going to continue after we done the lesson, right? Then so next week I'm going to do that. අනිවාර්යෙන් 9th lesson එකේ ඉතිරි ටික, sorry not the 9th, the very last lesson, the 6th lesson එකේ ඉතිරි ටික කතා බහ කරලා තමයි අපි ඊළඟට යන්නේ, right? Okay. So I hope you had a very good Christmas and have a very nice and safety New Year, right? So happy New Year for everyone. We are going to meet on 2021, and you got another 2 months of time to your O levels, right? So keep that in mind and keep it up, right? All right, people, I'm going to yeah, hey Shani, that's why I told you may have had a good Christmas. So we are going to meet on when 2nd of January next time, right? So we'll meet you at the 2021. Happy 2021, people.
Same to you, sir.
Yeah, right. Okay. So everyone, have a nice weekend. Right. Enjoy and be safe. Right. We'll meet
Thank
you
you,
on
sir.
next Saturday. Thank you very much, people. So I'm going. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Okay. Bye bye.